already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, or compete. And be a fan of dignity, acceptance, and the human race. Special Olympics. Be a fan.
Today, I plan on not freaking out about my wireless bill. I plan on saying whatever when my daughter talks for hours. Yeah, I plan on being totally down with calling Denver in the middle of the afternoon, huh? Hollering at my boys, kicking it with three-way calling. I plan on grabbing my celly and getting my...
Dad!
Oh, sorry. Okay.
America's most reliable network introduces a plan with truly unlimited calling. Talk as much as you want with anyone in the U.S. on any network, even landlines, for one flat rate. That's reliability unlimited. Verizon Wireless.
Marist victorious for the 29th time this year as they outlast Canisius 54-44, and Brian George is conducting his post-game conference right now.
I know you guys didn't expect this, but I really did. You know, there was no way that Keachus was going to allow us to beat him by 30 and 45. You know, I give Terry a lot of credit. He had his kids ready to play. You know, they played extremely hard, extremely physical, and took us out of our game, and that's a credit to them. I'm extremely pleased with our kids that, you know, we haven't been down at half many times, and, you know, the energy and the positive attitude in the locker room was great. You know, they were ready to come out, and, you know, obviously we didn't make shots where we hit 11 and 16 threes against them the first two times. We didn't hit the three today. And, you know, we found another way to win, and that's what I like about this team. They can find different ways to win a basketball game, and obviously defensively, you know, help take care of our production on offense.
Well, Brian George is giving credit to the defensive effort today of his opponent, the Golden Grist of Canisius, as Marist wins by 10. Coming back with our next matchup, 4-5 game. It's just around the corner.
Hey, playing Take 5, huh?
Who are you?
I'm Little Bit of Luck. And when you play Take 5, the odds are 1 in 9, so I'm all you need to win.
Little Bit of Luck. Who's that?
Oh, the big guy? That's Lots of Luck. Save it for the tough things, like if you want to date a supermodel, then lots of luck. But if you want to win Take 5, I'm your man. Come on, let's go get another cup of coffee.
This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Whoa, slow down, buddy.
Play Take 5 from the New York Lottery. With 1 in 9 odds, all you need is a little bit of luck.
If you are a fan of courage, if you admire determination, if you are impressed by grace under pressure, and can't help but share in the joy of victory, then you are already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, or compete. And be a fan of dignity, acceptance, and the human race. Special Olympics. Be a fan.
What I found, it's loaded.
If you outlaw yo-yos, only outlaws will have yo-yos.
Please, again, yo-yos are never the answer.
Give me the money! Oh, yes! No, get him! Get him!
You think that's surprising? Get this. Diet Dew has all the intensity of regular Dew.
We're tangled up!
With none of the calories.
Dwarves, elves, warlocks, anything from Middle Earth would make a good roommate.
Hey, does anyone know where I can get a slice?
Let's do this.
Pizza? Talking about za? Talking to the wizard of za. What you like? You like cheese? Some people like cheese. I love cheese. Roquefort? No thank you. I had that once and it made me sick. I had to go to the, you know, woohoo, all day long, you know.
Too much info. Get what you really want in your new Verizon Yellow Pages. More of what you want where you live. Verizon Yellow Pages. Get to it.
Welcome to the 2008 Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Tournament. It's presented by Pepsi as we come to you from the Times Union Center here in Albany, New York. Our final quarterfinal round game of the day. The matchup, the 5th-seeded St. Peter's Peahens facing off against the 4th-seeded Jaspers of Manhattan as we take a look at our Sirius Satellite Radio Women's Bracket. There you see Marist advancing as they beat Canisius just earlier by 10. Bottom half of the bracket, the matchup is set. Number 2 Iota, number 3 Fairfield in the first semifinal tomorrow. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dean Darling, along with Mike Orion, our 4th game to call today. Thanks for joining us here in Albany. And when you look at these two teams, they tied each other in the MAAC regular season, 10-8. Manhattan got the nod because they swept the Peahens of St. Peter's to get the 4 seed. And that's no easy feat to knock off St. Peter's twice in 1 year.
No, it's not. But if St. Peter's wants to win the rubber game of this match, they're going to have to figure out how to stop Caitlin Flood. They just couldn't solve the riddle of her in the earlier 2 matchups, and that's going to be key today.
All right, let's take a look at our Star Watch today. And you mentioned Tania Kennedy. We have 2 all-conference first-team performers on the watch list.
Yes, we do. 2 All-MAAC performers. Tania Kennedy, also Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 14.4 points per game. And Caitlin Flood, first-team All-MAAC, averaging 17 points per game.
Take a look now at the Verizon wireless keys to the game for St. Peter's. Create offense with the defense, one of the better defenses in the MAAC.
With Burtz and Kennedy in the backcourt, they can really apply a lot of pressure, and they want to look to control the game with those 2 guards. And for Manhattan, they have to be able not only to handle the defensive pressure, but to beat the defensive pressure, and they've got to get Cottrell involved early.
Barris awaits the winner of this matchup, number 4, Manhattan, number 5, St. Peter's. Coming up next, starting lineups, opening tip-off when we come back to the Times Union Center in Albany. The Citizens Bank MAAC Championships are brought to you by Pepsi. Your world, your Pepsi. FYE, for your entertainment, music, movies, games, and more. By Anaconda Sports, the official supplier of The Rock. Verizon Wireless. Verizon Yellow Pages. ID Arc Media, the official publisher of Verizon Print Directories. And by I Love New York. Visit iloveny.com. And we get right to our starting lineups, brought to you by I Love New York. There for St. Peter's, the great guard tandem of Burtz and Kennedy, Morris, Recchi, and Riddick for Manhattan, while Feely, Wentworth, Cottrell, Flood, and Reagan. As we are ready to go from here at the Times Union Center, already advancing today, Iona, Fairfield, and Marist. This will fill out the bracket, whoever comes out with the W here.
Well, and a little surprise there, a start of Riddick, the freshman, but I think that's to counter Caitlin Flood. That's going to be an interesting matchup because Caitlin Flood's a veteran, experienced player. Riddick, the freshman, has a tendency to get in foul trouble, so we'll see if that helps Manhattan control, or St. Peter's control her in the paint.
Manhattan in the white, St. Peter's in the dark blue, and the overplay there by Riddick on the steal.
Pays off early dividends. Steal right away.
Riddick was named to the MAAC All-Rookie team. She's a freshman from Waterbury, Connecticut. Steal there by Flood. Cottrell, really known for her outside marksmanship. She had a big year knocking down the 3-ball. Flood and a whirling dervish coming through there with Riddick.
She has stepped up to her coach's challenge to try to control Flood, because that was the difference in the earlier games this year.
Yeah, Riddick, a couple big plays on defense to start this one out.
Flood had 27 in both those games, both losses for St. Peter's.
Burtz and Kennedy formed the tandem, a tremendous backcourt. They're down to 5 on the shot clock. That's Morris for the elbow jumper.
Good sign for St. Peter's, because she has the ability to score anytime she wants and to take over a game if she wants.
Skip pass there for Wentworth, another freshman for the Jaspers. Early 2-0 lead for the Peahens. Look at the series history. St. Peter's dominating 49-14, but Manhattan swept both regular season games this year. And we take a look now at our Anaconda Sports MAAC matchup here, and there you see Stephanie DeWolf, 4th year as the head coach, and she did a wonderful job this year, guiding St. Peter's to 18 wins overall. That one off the mark by Cottrell, bringing out of the pack. The shot, almost a jiving layup there, and the foul.
But that's what St. Peter's wants to do.
Mindy Hill on screen, 4th year as the head coach of Manhattan. She's guided him to 15 wins this year, 117th game she's coaching in. Getting them to a winning season if she could get a W here today. Teetering on that 500 mark.
Right, she struggled the last 3 years with a lot of injuries, and finally this team has come together, and a win today would be very special for her.
So John Alberts was fouled and shooting 2. Burt's on the year, 65%. She's taken the most free throws, 141. She comes up empty. Wentworth will get the basketball. Wentworth was charged with that foul earlier, knocked out of bounds. St. Peter's will get it back.
Risky pass there by Cottrell. That long cross-court bounce pass rarely is completed.
Brought across by Burt's off the bounce pass and the setup to the half-court offense. Burt's named 3rd team All-Conference. Riddick, a MAAC All-Rookie player, and Kennedy, the 1st team player as well as the Defensive Player of the Year. And I'm playing pretty good defense right now. Overplay by Reagan. Kelly Reagan from Williamsville, New York. A couple turnovers on each side. Here's Flood, 13-footer. Caitlin Flood averaged 17 a game in the regular season. That went wide by Kennedy, saved by Cottrell.
A little tight start by those guards, but again, you'll see they're really trying to push the ball down the court, score in transition whenever possible. They want to keep that tempo up, and Manhattan wants to keep it a much slower game.
Morris on the poke check, as Cottrell had been guarded all the way up the court, and then finally the opportunity for Morris to get the steal. Manhattan, a team that will steal often throughout a game. And the Peahens give it up on the turnover. They'll turn it over 16 times a game. 2-2 our start as Riddick is out of the lineup. First time in out of Nikki Oye-Chalet. First time on the court from Jamaica, New York, and they've been using her more over the second half of the season.
They're very happy with her development. Young freshman that's really come along the last 6 weeks.
Blood on the walk. Both teams bothered by early minute turnovers.
We've seen that trend throughout the day. Teams that come in that have not played a game are very tight and tentative early in the early goings.
Sandra Bryant checking in for St. Peter's, wearing number 24, along with Oye-Chalet, wearing number 1. That's Burt's. And Recchi for the 3, and it's good. Lauma Recchi, her 114th game today as a member of the Peahens.
Well, when she screens high and flares out beyond the 3, you have to honor her and get out and defend, because she will drill the 3-point shot.
Joanne Wafili for Cottrell, and Cottrell finds the bottom of the well, her 70th made 3-pointer of the season.
Tremendous shooter, and a good sign for Manhattan that she's involved in the offense early.
She led the MAAC in 3-pointers made this season. 3rd team All-Conference player as well. 4.5 in, 5-5 our score. Recchi has scored their last 5.
Great assist by Burt's there. Cottrell just turned her head and she threw it up for Recchi to go get it.
Joanne Wafili was on the shelf most of last year with a knee injury. Only allowed her to play 8 games. Wafili finds Wentworth. Wafili, a great offensive guard and a good rebounder as well. Kept that ball alive. We get a timeout. 15-11 left in the first half. Close one, St. Peter's by the bucket.
Every sip gets you closer. It's Justin Timberlake MP3s.
Hey.
Hey to you. HD TVs, millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
Cool shoes. Where'd you get them?
Wouldn't you like to know? Like I just hand out trade beauty secrets to cute girls on the elevator. Been having a little bit of trouble with the IRS lately. I look good for my age, okay? As soon as I change my name and my identity, I think it'll be fine. I feel like I know you because I hear everything that goes on in your apartment.
Too much info. Get what you really want in your new Verizon Yellow Pages. More of what you want where you live. Verizon Yellow Pages. Get to it.
Welcome back to the Times Union Center, where St. Peter's leads Manhattan 7-5. We're going to take a look here at a great assist from Burtz to Recky. Here she is with the ball. She just turns her head there. Cottrell. Recky slips in behind, pinpoint pass, and she lays it right off the glass.
And Recky owns 5 of their 7 points. Now Recky from Latvia. Here's Caitlin Flood. Good step through, and Recky causes the walk. It's a good defensive play. Turnover count. Manhattan now with 5 and 3 on St. Peter's.
Manhattan comes with a little pressure of their own.
St. Peter's is really the pesky team that gets after people. Coming off back-to-back losses to Marist, but they hung tough with Marist. 2 13-point defeats at the end of the regular season. Burtz on the elbow, out of notion to shoot the long one.
St. Peter's runs that flex offense, and they turn that thing over pretty nicely. Bad pass there, though, by Burtz.
Long toss to Pacheco from Flood. She got undercut a little bit by Burtz. That'll be 2 shots. We've been impressed with Michelle Pacheco. A couple times we've seen her this year.
She adds a dimension to this Manhattan team that they don't ordinarily have, and they also use her to try to get some transition baskets like they did right there. She also picked up Burt's second foul, got her to commit her second foul.
Well, coming up now through Monday, Citizens Bank MAAC Basketball Championships, Time Union Center. Albany tickets, all you have to do is call 1-800-30-EVENT or go to MAACsports.com.
But Pacheco gives them that ability to run the floor and score in transition.
Here's Pacheco. She's slightly built, kid out of the Bronx, 5'8", notches another one. 5.5 in, deadlocked at 7. St. Peter's this year, 18-11 overall. This is their first neutral site game. Tied for 4th with Manhattan at 10-8. Meanwhile, Manhattan 15-14 overall. They've played 2 neutral site games before today, and they are 1-1.
Ali is not shy. She just came in the game and drills the jumper.
Melina Ali, sophomore, Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. Cottrell came back. Knocked out of bounds by Wafili. Cottrell had hit a 3 earlier. 70 career three-pointers made. Stephanie DeWolf, well, she played at St. Peter's, and when they saw their longtime coach Mike Grinelli retire, they said, well, why don't we go get one of our own? And DeWolf, who had been an assistant, ended up getting the job.
She was a longtime assistant there with him after being a player and was the logical and the right choice for the head coaching job.
Wentworth on the pick. Here's Pacheco. While Feely had a day to think about it. And some aggressive, spirited play right there. Another jump ball. And St. Peter's basketball. Recchi getting involved there. Lauba Recchi, 5 points she's had. 2-pointer and an outside three. Alina Ali, combo guard, wearing number 22. Popping out is Riddick. Here's Tania Kennedy. Now for Morris, and Morris has hit 2 elbow jumpers from the same spot. She's got 4 in this one. Pacheco splits the double team. And Flood will get it back to Pacheco. A little bit too much passing that time by the Jaspers.
Too many passes, yes.
It's an aggressive game. You're going to get that anytime you get St. Peter's. Manhattan always plays nuts and bolts defense.
They both do. But back to Morris, really a slashing, driving type player, and has worked very hard this year to add that jump shot to her repertoire. The bodies are still flying.
Recchi. A little bit too much on that one.
It's like Kennedy might be a little shaken up after that fall.
Dellinger is checked in wearing number 33. Again, they try to feed the post to Flood, swatted out of bounds. And that will keep it.
I think both teams look very tight and very tentative. It's a critical and important game for both, obviously, but they have to loosen up here just a little.
Ali is called for a hold down low. Ken Kelly makes that call. The umpires are Kelly and Danaher, and referees Kathy Lynch. So the 4th on the team. Inbound for Pacheco. Manhattan won the MAAC championship in Trenton back in 2003. And ever since that time, they have suffered losing seasons. Back to Manhattan on the arrow. St. Peter's will challenge every pass.
They do. They do. They challenge everything.
Flood was warding off that time with the right arm, and she's called on the offensive foul.
One reason that we'll take a look at this. And she just gives her a little shove with the forearm, and that's an offensive foul in every official's book.
First one on Flood. 11-7 St. Peter's early going of this one.
One reason Manhattan has struggled a little bit, though, is that these 4 seniors, really Mindy Hill's first recruiting class, this is the first year since they were freshmen that they've all played together due to injuries.
That's right.
Their junior year, the 4 of them only played 6 games together.
She welcomed them all back for their senior year. Pacheco. And they throw it away again. Kennedy gets down the court in a hurry in a late foul. She's got some jets. Tania Kennedy.
And she loves to push that ball down the court. That's their bread and butter.
11:50 left here in the first 20 of this one, our 4th quarterfinal game. 11-7 St. Peter's.
There'll come a day when you'll wonder. You'll think back to how you used to listen. Before you heard your music, your sports, your talk, all from the same place. And you'll wonder how you ever got along without it. Sirius. Everything else falls short. Over 130 channels, only one place to get it all. Sirius Satellite Radio.
This is Siena, a college that builds competence and character, where you're part of a team, a place of academic rigor that builds leaders, offering opportunity and values that prepare you for change, leadership, and life. The tradition, the community of Siena, educating for success, one student at a time.
St. Peter's in Manhattan, quarterfinals here at the Citizens Bank MAAC Championship Tournament in Albany, New York. 11-7 St. Peter's. Part of the problem, Manhattan, they turned the ball over at a great rate 8 times here in the first half.
It's been a very disjointed and not a very pretty game thus far. I think both teams just a little tight, a little nervous. They know what this game means. You lose and you go home until next November.
Manhattan's number 3 in the league in defense, 60.8 they give up a game. And number 4, St. Peter's, 60.9 per game. Kia Kennedy will be shooting 2. Pacheco was charged with the personal.
Manhattan also leads the league in three-point field goal percentage, 39%.
And so far in the ball game, they've only taken 2, both by Cottrell, and she made 1. Won a lot of games this year because of the three-pointer. You saw Pacheco there on the bench. Kennedy's numbers averaging 14.5, so she won double honors this week. First team all-conference, Defensive Player of the Year.
Such a complete player and leads her team in scoring.
Aubrey Dellinger, ranked number 33, one of the seniors. Besides Cottrell, she can hit the 3-ball, 59 of them to go down this year. And on the way up, Kathy Lynch says a foul against St. Peter's. It's against Tania Kennedy. Number 2 on her. They want to guard against foul problems with her.
Yeah, they need her on the court. She's so much fun to watch, too. She reminds me of Mika Wirtz from Fairfield. They both play with so much energy, enthusiasm. They wear their emotions on their sleeves. Just a joy to watch them play.
Mika Wirtz had a big day today for Fairfield, 18 points to lead them to a win over the Saints of Siena. Also earlier today, a second there on the miss. We saw Iona Best Loyola 74-59. Barris got by Canisius by 10. We round out the final of 4. Semifinals coming up tomorrow. 9:30 in the morning. We'll have it for you on the MAAC TV network. Alina Ali
showing some trapping out of this 2-3 zone.
And Kennedy with about 7 of the shot clock.
I think Coach Hill's pulling out all the stops here. She's not going to leave anything in her pocket when this game is over.
She's a defensive principal coach as well.
She's an excellent coach. Very good fundamentally.
He was at St. Francis of PA before the stop at Manhattan. Cottrell for the triple. Second of the ball game. Makes it a 2-point game.
Oh, careless mistake there.
Crossing the baseline.
And here we see the 3-point shot by Cottrell. Again, one of the keys to the game was for her to get involved early in the offense. She tends to become a little passive. And she is involved early with 2 3-pointers. Coach Hill thinks she needs to score 14, 15 points for them to have a chance to win this game today.
She had 21 in one of the meetings this year against St. Peter's. Recchi on the steal. Got Alberts. Led the back in assists this year, but they turn it over. Right in front of the Mindy Hill bench.
They've kept Caitlin Flood in check thus far. They've used Riddick on her. They also used Recky on her. So trying to mix it up a little bit to keep her off balance.
Surplus of turnovers by both teams, 16 between the two, 9 on Manhattan, 7 on St. Peter's. While Feely, Wentworth out there with Cottrell, Flood on the floor. Joined by Nicole Harrison, wearing number 24, that's she with the basketball. There's the entry. And to miss that time. Jasper's going to do a good job of getting back on D.
And they have to. They have to stop St. Peter's from scoring in transition.
Bryant, bounce pass across the perimeter to Morris, who's so adept at dribbling the basketball. Another swat away, though.
Well, she just got up in the air and didn't quite know what to do with the ball.
St. Peter's get the ball back. 2008 Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Tournament coming to you from the Times Union Center here in Albany, New York. St. Peter's, the number 5 seed, going up against the 4 seed Manhattan. Micah Ryan and Dean Darling on the call. St. Peter's in the blue, Manhattan in the white. 13-11 right now, St. Peter's. Morris was getting checked a couple times there by Cottrell.
It looks like both coaches are searching. I mean, you shouldn't be searching this time of year. You should know your top 7, 8, 9 players, but it looks like both of them are struggling, trying to find the right combination, play defense, and score a little bit.
So Morris picks up her second personal, 5 on the team, and Ali has it on the perimeter. Long look there by Morris, short-armed it a bit on a three-point attempt. Cottrell looks to blow by some defenders. Now to Wafili. Not a big scorer. Very good defensive player, good rebounder, but she snuck inside that time.
Just a solid player. You don't see her make many mistakes. Real steady leader.
First 2 today for Joanne Wafili. Her sister Gail played hoop at Providence in Maplewood, New Jersey. Air ball shot there by Bryant. And Manhattan comes back, looking to break a 13-13 tie. Cottrell, swift movement, freed her up for the jumper. John Alberts veers to the corner and pulls it back.
Good decision. Nothing there. She just pulls it back out.
Saw an advantage, went inside. Blocked there by Reagan.
Tough to take on Reagan down there when you're 5'5".
Give it away a few inches. An elbow called against the offense of Manhattan. So we've had a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. First one on Reagan, 6 now on the team. Set it up for you, Flood, Reagan out there, along with Wafili and Wentworth. And Nicole Harrison for the Jaspers. There's Recky stepping to the free throw line. She had 5 early points and quiet since.
This has not been a work of art, I'll have to say, but at the end of the day, the coach with the W is not going to care. At this time of year, it's about win and advance.
Low scoring struggle here. Times Union Center. Flood will dish it to Reagan. They really look for each other. And Harrison is called on the travel. Seven minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first half. 13-13 our score.
Today, I plan on working my phone without worrying about my bill. I plan on calling back Justin, Troy, Brad. Hey, Brad. Not Brad. I plan on telling my brother what I really think about his girlfriend and telling everybody everything I've been holding back. This is gonna be fun. I was just about to call
America's
you.
most reliable network introduces a plan with truly unlimited calling. Talk as much as you want with anyone in the U.S. on any network, even landlines, for one flat rate. That's reliability unlimited. Verizon Wireless.
(13-13) here at Albany. Quarterfinal action. MAAC women's basketball. First half, 7:40 remaining. Hey, high school musical fans, come join us at the Citizens Bank MAAC Basketball Championship this coming Sunday here at the Times Union Center at Albany. As Drew Seeley, the voice of Troy from High School Musical, he'll be the host of entertainment that day. He'll sing the national anthem, as well as do a mini concert at halftime and conduct an autograph signing session in the second half. To buy tickets, call 1-800-30-EVENT or go to MAACsports.com for more information. Well, turnovers have been the problem. Manhattan with 12, St. Peter's with 9. Rebounds, Manhattan has one more, 9-8 over St. Peter's. St. Peter's has won 9 MAAC championships, but haven't done it since the 2002 season. A drought there for St. Peter's. Close it in on 6 minutes where they haven't scored. And the takeaway by Pacheco.
We still have 7 minutes to play, and Manhattan has 12 turnovers. A key to the game was to take care of the ball. And not a good start here.
Some ugly shooting from both teams. 3-pointers. Manhattan's hit 2 or 3. They just haven't gotten a lot off, and there's the turnovers. Harrison looking for Wentworth. A couple young players in the program for Reagan, using the window with the left hand.
Nice hook shot there by Reagan. Good footwork down in the block.
First 2 today for Kelly Reagan. Averages 7 a game. Recky jumps to the lane, and she uses the window.
She answers with her own bank shot.
7 today for Lauma Recky. 916 career points as we started today, 623 boards. Tried to get the back cut to Flood. And out of bounds off the Jaspers. Well, you talked about Manhattan being a good 3-point shooting team. They just haven't had the opportunities today. They've taken 3, made 2, but St. Peter's really guards you on the perimeter.
Really taking that look away from Manhattan. And most of their turnovers, I would dare to say, have just been unforced errors.
St. Peter's can get into your head a lot of times with their defensive pressure, but here's the follow by Reddick, who started today. Charlene gets her first 2. As a freshman this year, she averaged 8 a game, 5th best on the team. Here's Wentworth. And Wentworth missing the 10.
Not a good shot there by Wentworth.
Morris in transition, and she cleans out Pacheco, offensive foul.
Great position there. Really hustled to get back. Here she comes. She has great position. Morris, again, is a slashing, driving type player, but she just was out of control on that particular drive.
First foul on her, 6th on the team. Jaspers to inbound. Manhattan, one of the original charter members of the MAAC. They started 27 years ago. MAAC championships in 87, 90, 96, and as I mentioned earlier, 2003. Here's Flood with the dip and the score.
Great step through this. One way to get around Riddick is just a step up and under.
Caitlin Flood, 4 points today. Had a banner year. First team all-conference. Last year she was 3rd team all-conference. As a junior, now a senior from Blairstown, New Jersey.
Little 2-3 zone here by Manhattan.
And they settled that time for the outside jumper by Kennedy. Pacheco got to the lane. That's a nice one-on-one move.
And again, she gives them that dimension that they don't have with her on the bench, and that's the ability to score in transition.
There's a long kick now to Recchi. We take it under 5 left in the first half. While Feely will save the ball. He'll be hawked on D by Kennedy. Kennedy was second in the league in steals this year. Mindy Hill calling for players to come up and help while Feely.
She's going to need help here against Kennedy.
Pacheco, she shuffled. The basket got too big in front of her eyes.
I think she was too open.
And she knows it. Michelle Pacheco. 24th game of action this year. She usually goes about 17 minutes a game. Charlene Riddick being talked to by Stephanie DeWolf, replaced by Adaniki Oye-Chalet. Pacheco reached in, 2-shot foul. Tania Kennedy to the line. Second one on Pacheco. Mindy Hill working that sideline. 4 consecutive 11-win seasons. She got over the hump this year, and they threw a big party down there in Riverdale.
She said they had a cake with candles when they got their 12th win.
Can you imagine that? Get stuck at 11 each season. You just want to go forward.
You do, but a lot of it was because of the injuries to this senior class. They just could never get themselves together. But a real credit to her, and it tells you where she's coming from. She didn't get bitter. She didn't get down. They got their 12th win, and they had a party.
That's right. Missed by Kennedy. Oye-Chalet put back is good. She's bulky, and she got inside that time. 19-19, several ties in the ball game.
Yeah, Cottrell's going to have to step up and help Wafili here. That's just a tough matchup for her to try to bring the ball up the court against Kennedy.
Annie McIntyre's checked in first time today, wearing number 22 for the Jaspers. Final media timeout of the first half. 19-19, St. Peter's and Manhattan in the 4-5 game.
At St. Peter's College, success is a team effort. St. Peter's College, education one student at a time.
Hey, playing Take 5, huh?
Who are you?
I'm Little Bit of Luck. And when you play Take 5, the odds are 1 in 9, so I'm all you need to win.
Little bit of luck. Who's that?
Oh, the big guy? That's lots of luck. Save it for the tough things, like if you want to date a supermodel, then lots of luck. But if you want to win Take 5, I'm your man. Come on, let's go get another cup of coffee.
This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Whoa, slow down, buddy.
Play Take 5 from the New York Lottery. With 1 in 9 odds, all you need is a little bit of luck.
54 seconds left here, first half of the 4-5 game between St. Peter's and Manhattan, deadlocked at 19. We've had 7 different ties during the course of this first half. Yeah, you can get your tickets now for the MAAC Baseball Championships at Waterfront Park, Trenton, New Jersey, May 22nd through May 24th. To buy tickets, call 609-394-3300 or go to MAACsports.com for more information. That's good baseball, MAAC Baseball. And again, it will go down to Waterfront Park in Trenton towards the end of May.
Home of the Trenton Thunder, the Double-A affiliate of the New York Yankees. Great ballpark, great area, my hometown.
There you go.
I'll be there.
That's a good plug. One on the shot clock. McIntyre doesn't get it off. That's the defense from St. Peter's again.
Neither team is shooting badly, but they just aren't getting enough shots because they turn the ball over.
Excellent
That's
point.
14 for Manhattan and 11 for St. Peter's.
Count and 1 up with that turnover right there, so 15 now on Manhattan. There's Burt. She got an open view of the 3. Rebound to Wentworth. Abby Wentworth, her 3rd board in the ball game. It's been an offensive struggle here in the first nearly 17 minutes of this first half. Oye Chalet comes over the back that time, a Flood.
That's a tall order for her to try to defend Caitlin Flood in the post.
And it's number 1 on Oye Chalet. 1-on-1 situation for Flood. 7th foul.
This gives up a little bit of height and a lot of experience down there.
Flood averaging 7 free throws attempted per game in a regular season. 80% shooter. Not only has she done it on the court, also a MAAC All-Academic team member back her sophomore year.
I love her game because she lets it come to her. Rarely do you see her force anything or try to do too much. She just lets the game come to her and take what she can get. Then you look at the box score and she's got 27.
That's right. Stepping into a jumper there, Ali. She was open on that left baseline. 4 points today for Ali. 21-20, Peahens. Manhattan won both regular season meetings. They went into St. Peter's, who only lost 2 home games this year, and one of those was to Marist, the other being to Manhattan. 61-59 that final.
Their home court is a tough place to play, tough place to win.
Put back by Flood, leaned inside. Oye Chalet bodied her.
And I think Flood's just a little too crafty for her down. Here we see her get position on the rebound and goes right back up with it. Just really smart.
Adeniki was looking around. Where is she? She couldn't find her on the long jumper there by McIntyre. Now Flood at the free throw line. She'll aim it up and drop it through. Coming up, MAAC halftime report. MAAC Women's Player of the Year feature. We'll have a tournament update, first half highlights and stats. With 2:15 remaining here in the opening half, Manhattan has jumped out to the 2-point lead. Recky scored early, couple buckets, a 2-pointer and a 3, but hasn't been heard from since. They'll take it under 9 on the shot clock at the 2-minute mark of the first half. Off the mark by Riddick. Cottrell always seems to be around the round ball.
It's a good box out there by the entire team, and they're last in the league in rebounding. It's one of their weaknesses.
Long ball. Cottrell, 3 triples for 9 points. 42.3% of the year, 72 made this year and a foul. Flood thought they had a breakout.
I think that would have counted in the NBA as well.
She can shoot them from deep.
Here we see Cottrell. Yes, I think that is an NBA 3-pointer. Terrific range there.
Their season high 22 against Iota. Tania Kennedy to shoot. Reagan's back in. They're going to take Cottrell out with 92 seconds left here in the half. Making half of her 3-point attempts. Here's Tania Kennedy. And St. Peter's has had problems at the free throw line.
Not a good day for them at the free throw line.
Deflected out of bounds to be kept by the Jaspers. They're just 2 for 7 in the ballgame.
And Manhattan has to have a pressure reliever for whoever's bringing the ball down the court matched up against Kennedy. They need someone to step up that they can throw the ball ahead to just to give that point guard some relief.
Manhattan timeout with 1:26 remaining here in the half. And Manhattan taking its largest lead at 5. What has become an epic struggle here in the first half.
That's been the struggle. Rebounds are even, though, and that's a good sign for Manhattan. They were trying to keep St. Peter's to one and done, and they're not a good rebounding team. They're out-rebounded on average 5 per game throughout the balance of throughout the regular season.
Yeah, opponents are getting 35 a game. They're only getting 30 a game. Like I said, dead last in the MAAC. Cottrell with the 9, Flood with the 8. Recchi leads with 7 for St. Peter's. Really allowed Burts or Kennedy to get into the flow of the ballgame for the Peahens.
No, they haven't. But one thing that Manhattan has done is they've stopped them in transition. We haven't seen Burts or Kennedy on runouts or breakaway layups. Manhattan's done a nice job there.
But on the elbow, look good right from the spot, right in front of our broadcast location.
Riddick's just shaking her head on that one. I don't think she expected that.
Flood on the step out, double digits now with 11 points.
But if she's going to contain Flood, she has got to come out on the perimeter and guard the three-point shot. I don't know that you'll even see Riddick in the... She finally gets there, but that's a really open look by Caitlin Flood, and you just can't allow her to look at the basket that long.
Caitlin Flood, her 18th made on the year. Not normally known for her outside marksmanship, but the 3-time winner of the Player of the Week, honors in the MAAC and the first team all-conference players, has now put a little bit of distance between her team and St. Peter's by 8.
She has. She was the difference in the first 2 games, and she may be the difference today. She's a veteran player that you cannot allow to stand out on the perimeter like that and get open looks at the basket.
Number 3 in the MAAC in scoring, 17 a game. Number 5 in field goal percent. Caitlin Flood, Blairstown, New Jersey is her hometown. 5th all-time leading scorer as we started today. And with the 11, she's now up to 1,392 points. 66 ticks left here in the first half. Key juncture in time for St. Peter's especially. And Manhattan would be wise to eat up some of the clock.
They should go deep in the shot clock on all their possessions to finish this half. A great overplay by Recchi.
And Recchi will pull it out. Final 40 seconds of the half. Peahens are down by 8. Matchup Reagan guarding on Riddick. Recchi steps in for a 2-pointer. She has 9. Laumo Recchi has scored 9 here for the Peahens. And they have 20 seconds left of the half with the shot clock turned off. Who will they get the ball to?
Well, I think they got to go with their veteran Flood.
She'll whip it out for Harrison, but eventually you would think they would post Flood and try and get her a good look. But that's not going to happen. Throwaway out at midcourt. With 2.1 seconds remaining. That was a golden opportunity for the Jaspers.
Could have gone in up either 8 or even 9 points. Instead now St. Peter's has a chance for a last-second shot here before the half ends.
Pacheco rushes in.
2.1's plenty of time to get off a good shot.
And they do with Morris missing wide at the buzzer. Caitlin Flood had good numbers, 4 of 5 from the field. She had 11 points and a couple boards. Score at halftime, Manhattan 29, St. Peter's 23. We'll be back with the MAAC halftime report after this.
Every sip gets you closer. It's Justin Timberlake MP3s.
Hey.
Hey to you. HD TVs, millions of songs from Amazon MP3 and more. Sign up at PepsiStuff.com.
And check out the latest titles and movies and music on FYE.com. FYE for your entertainment, music, movies, games, and more. And thanks to the Sports Foundation presents FanFest 2008 to celebrate this year's championships. On Saturday, beginning at noon, you can present your pack ticket at participating restaurants to receive a special deal. Visit the fan information table located behind section 107 to find out how you can save 15% on lunch or dinner. Also on Saturday, family activities.
Halftime here, Manhattan leading by 6 over St. Peter's. They had swept them in the regular season, up by 6 after 20 minutes of action. Dean Darling and Mike Ryan. Halftime, as I mentioned at this one, Manhattan known for its three-point shooting coming in. Really didn't do well first part of the ball game on shooting the three, but now hitting 4 in the late stages to go up by 6.
Well, they heated up late in the game, but in general, it's been a very ugly game, not well played, a lot of unforced turnovers, a lot of missed shots, just a real struggle.
Gabrielle Cataldo came up big for them when she knocked down 3 three-pointers, and she set the single-season record earlier this year.
Here we'll see why Manhattan leads the league in three-point shooting with Cottrell, then Cottrell again. And then we see Flood catch and score from the three. So they've heated up as of late, but not in the early goings.
Well, Mindy Hill will take 4 of 6 from outside 19-9 as Manhattan leads St. Peter's 29-23.
Basketball is a tough game, and I always play by the rules. And in the game of life, I still play by the rules. It's easy to go with the crowd and do what they call cool. If you ask me, cool is staying clean. As an athlete, I need to be in control of my mind and my body when I'm on the court. I can't do that if I'm on drugs. Life is filled with many choices. Those can only be made by you. Make the right choice and say no to drugs.
What I found, it's loaded. Outlaw yo-yos. Only outlaws will have
Please,
yo-yos.
again, yo-yos are never the answer.
Give me the money! Oh, yes! No! Get him! Get out!
You think that's surprising? Get this. Diet Dew has all the intensity of regular Dew.
We're tangled up!
With none of the calories.
4-seeded Manhattan leads 5-seeded St. Peter's at halftime, 29-23. Thursday, the MAAC named its MAAC Player of the Year award. Let's find out who won this year's award.
The Pepsi Women's Player of the Year candidates. Caitlin Flood, Manhattan, a senior forward from Blairstown, New Jersey.
And the conversion there by Flood.
Third in the MAAC in scoring with 17 points per game. Led the Lady Jaspers with an average of 6.1 rebounds per game and contributed 2.8 assists per outing. Had a career-high 28 points against Fairfield.
Back cut, Flood. Pretty move.
Caitlin Flood, Manhattan. Rachel Fitz, Marist. A sophomore forward from Seven Hills, Ohio.
Fitz got the inside look.
The preseason Player of the Year. The MAAC's second leading scorer with 18.9 points per game. Led the Red Foxes to an undefeated regular season championship. A 5-time Player of the Week.
Fitz in traffic's got 19 points.
Rachel Fitz, Marist. Sabra Rice, Fairfield, a junior guard from Riverside, New Jersey.
And Sabra Rice has it going early.
A 2-time first-team All-MAAC selection. The league's fourth leading scorer with 16.4 points per game. The Stags' top scorer in 20 of 29 games. Third in the MAAC with 2.21 steals.
Here's Rice out of the pack.
Sabra Rice, Fairfield. Tania Kennedy, St. Peter's, a junior guard from Edison, New Jersey.
Kennedy in transition.
Led the Peahens in scoring with 14.5 points per game. Finished second in the MAAC with 2.3 steals per game. Had a career-high 28 points at Niagara.
And Kennedy on the fish.
Tania Kennedy, St. Peter's. Laura Menti, Siena, a senior forward from Wilbraham, Massachusetts.
Now Menti, she's unstoppable right now.
A 2-time All-MAAC first-team selection, the league's leading scorer with 19.4 points per game. Shot 55% from the field and 81% from the foul line. Scored 31 against Fairfield and was a 3-time MAAC Player of the Week.
Today here's Menti dipping inside.
Laura Menti, Siena. The Women's Pepsi Player of the Year. From Marist College, Rachel
Fitz awaiting the winner of this game. It's Manhattan in the lead over St. Peter's, 29-23. The winner takes on Marist tomorrow in the semis.
Today, I plan on not freaking out about my wireless bill. I plan on saying whatever when my daughter talks for hours. Yeah, I plan on being totally down with calling Denver in the middle of the afternoon, huh? Hollering at my boys, kicking it with three-way calling. I plan on grabbing my celly and getting my...
Dad!
Oh, sorry. Okay.
America's most reliable network introduces a plan with truly unlimited calling. Talk as much as you want with anyone in the U.S. on any network, even landlines, for one flat rate. That's reliability unlimited. Verizon Wireless.
You want big? You want really big? You want Warren Miller. Check out the latest DVDs from Warren Miller Entertainment. Their 2006 smash hit, Off the Grid. And No Boundaries, a new 4-DVD box set featuring the 3 most recent films. And All Access, a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the company's first HD release. Available online and in stores now. It wouldn't be winter without Warren Miller Entertainment.
And we're back here at halftime. Manhattan over top St. Peter's 29-23. So far today, the higher seeds have been holding serve. Iona advancing with a win against Loyola. You just see the brackets brought to you by Sirius Satellite Radio. Fairfield got a win of 15 against Siena. They went into the number 3 seed, and the number 1 seed Marist in a real struggle today against the 8 seed Canisius. Won it by 10. Still waiting the winner of this one. Manhattan number 4. They're halfway there. Take on number 5 St. Peter's.
From the floor of the New York Stock Exchange to the top of the Empire State Building, New York City is celebrating 150 years of Manhattan College.
It's a college in the city. A college in the country.
It's big.
It's small.
It's modern.
Traditional. It's Frisbee on the quad. It's big-time basketball at the Garden. Manhattan College. It's the best of all worlds.
No wonder New York City loves Manhattan. Come join the celebration of 150 years of Manhattan College.
Dwarves, elves, warlocks, anything from Middle-earth would make a good roommate.
Hey, does anyone know where I can get a slice?
Stu does.
Pizza? Talking about za? Talking to the wizard of za. What you like? You like cheese? Some people like cheese. I love cheese. Roquefort? No thank you. I had that once and it made me sick. I had to go to the, woohoo, all day long,
Too much info. Get what you really want in your new Verizon Yellow Pages. More of what you want where you live. Verizon Yellow Pages. Get to it.
And we're here at halftime. 29-23 Manhattan in the lead. It started out well for Manhattan as they knocked down a 3 early in the ball game by Lama Recchi, but after that they missed their next 6 shots. As we take a look now at the highlights, you'll see Recchi on a step out, knocked down the 3, but after that, nothing.
Not much. Very versatile player, Recchi. She can go outside. Here she's scoring inside. And Ali came off the bench, gave him a little offense. And for Manhattan, it's been a mixture of Wafili on the drive. Big sweeping hook here by Reagan. And we see Flood working inside. Nice step through move. Good use of the left hand.
Now we take a look at our FYE first half stats. 10 of 24 for the Peahens, 10 of 19 for Manhattan. There's the difference in the ball game. 3 more three-pointers to go down for Manhattan. 17-12. Manhattan's lucky to be up by 6, turning the ball over that many times. And free throws, 2 of 7 for the Peahens. That's hurt them a little bit. 5 of 7 for the Jaspers.
Yeah, that 17 turnover figure really jumps out there.
You don't find a lot of teams winning at halftime, turning the ball over 17 times.
Right. You don't find many teams that can build a 6-point lead and commit that many turnovers.
Tania Kennedy, they're looking for her to be more of a factor here in the second half. And the Jaspers now jump out to the 8-point lead. Wafili open up the scoring. Riddick with Recchi, along with Kennedy out there, Burtz, and Natasha Morris. Cottrell just slapping at it. And Flood got clamped by Riddick. Well, we thought that the guard tandem, Burtz and Kennedy, could do some damage today, but they've been held way in check.
They have. They just haven't played with an enthusiasm and a fire that I've seen earlier in the year from them. Again, it may just go back to pressure and maybe some tension and meaning of what this game holds.
2 points scored between the two of them. Kennedy had the 2. Burtz was 0 of 3 from the field. And a foul being called by trail official Ken Kelly. His side inbound here. Charlene Riddick has just picked up her second foul. 1 minute in. 8-point Jasper lead. Manhattan 15 and 14 as we started today. Last year 11 up and 20 down. This would be a good win for them.
And if I'm a coach, Manhattan's 2-0 against St. Peter's. I'd rather be 2-0 and beat a team a third time than to be St. Peter's, having not beaten Manhattan 0-2, trying to win a game here in the tournament.
Common violation.
Sometimes it's hard to beat a team a third time, but as a coach, I always wanted to be 2-0, not 0-2 coming in trying to win a game against a team that I hadn't beaten all year.
You believe that adage about it is hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year?
I think it's to your advantage. No, I don't. No, I don't. I think it's easier.
Sometimes that gets into players' heads.
It does. Sometimes it's more a mental thing. But Manhattan came into this game knowing that they won twice already. So to me, that's a huge mental advantage for them.
And to go to St. Peter's and win a 2-point ball game was key.
It's a tough place to win and tough team to beat. I think the mental advantage here has to go to Manhattan. Maybe proved wrong in the next 20 minutes, but...
Second foul on Wafili. Riddick for 2 tosses.
The other thing is if things don't break your way right away, if things go bad, you have some adversity early on, then you start thinking, oh, gee, we haven't beaten this team, they've beaten us twice already, and all those negative thoughts come into your head, and I think maybe this has happened to St. Peter's today.
Some real problems at the free throw line. 3 of 9 now in the ball game. Minute 37 in, second half, 7-point lead for Manhattan. And Cottrell drew air on that one.
She got bailed out by Wentworth, yes.
And Recchi tapped it out of the post.
I know she wants her to get involved early, but that was a little too much, I think.
Burt's teams the backcourt with Tania Kennedy. What a tandem they formed throughout the season. And Burt's got reached in upon.
Burt's the all-time assist leader at St. Peter's.
Led the MAAC in assists, 5.3 per game this year. Wentworth her second personal foul. Riddick with Kennedy. Recchi out there with Morse and Burtz. Recchi led them in scoring in the first half with 9 points. Manhattan's done a good job sealing the glass today.
They have, and that was the key to the game. It's one shot and done, and they've done a beautiful job of that thus far.
Outscored the PN 16-12 in the first 20 minutes. Manhattan closed strong at the end of the first half on a 9-2 run to go up by 6.
But in the first half, St. Peter's only had 4 second chance shots, or 4 second chance points. So they've done a good job of keeping them at one and done.
So Tania Kennedy just got her third personal foul. You mentioned about Kennedy, 68 steals as we started today on the defensive end. Nicole Harrison there for Cottrell, who can drive the ball into the post. They've used the window a couple times today. 11 for Gabrielle Cottrell. Arlington Heights, Illinois, her hometown. And Cottrell gets the rebound and takes a swat from Riddick.
Silly foul by Riddick, and she knows she's headed to the bench.
Third personal foul on Charlene Riddick as Cottrell came up with a nice dribble penetration drive.
And it's set up by her ability to shoot the 3. You go out thinking she's going to drill the 3, and she's able to put the ball on the floor and go right by you.
She's just one off her average of 12 per game. And Cottrell will go for 3. Cottrell lighting things up with 14 points. And there's Stephanie DeWolf. She's concerned, obviously. 12-point deficit facing her team. 16-3 run by Manhattan. Since the late stages of the first half. And it fell that time for Burtz. First 2 today for John L. Burtz from Hartford, Connecticut.
One thing I like that Coach Hill has done, that's another long one there by Cottrell, is that she's brought Caitlin Flood into the backcourt to relieve some of the pressure for Wafili, because Wafili's had to try to bring the ball down the court against Kennedy, and that's a tough matchup for her.
Sure is. Here's Kennedy on a 3, and they cleaned her clock on that. Cottrell tried to jump out on the defensive posture, and that should be 3 free throws. Cottrell now with 3 personal fouls to match Kennedy's 3 personal fouls. So Cottrell heads to the bench, and Mindy Hill having a word with her, saying you know better than that to foul on a 3-point shot. So it's been a struggle for St. Peter's. 3 for 9 at the free throw line. When you look at their seasonal number, they shot 6th best mark in the MAAC, 71.4%.
Here we see Morris with the ball, attacking the basket. Spot up and silly foul by the senior there.
Kennedy has made the first 2 of a trio. Kennedy, season high, 28 points against Niagara. Cassandra Bryant comes back in and put Kennedy on the bench. 36-29, those 3 free throws really helped them.
Again, we see Caitlin Flood in the backcourt helping out with the pressure, because they know that post players from St. Peter's are not going to try to defend her in the full court situation. So very good move there by Coach Hill.
Wentworth went inside as they beat the pressure that time with the diagonal down court passing. First one on Lauma Recchi. Abby Wentworth will be shooting a couple on the year. Wentworth made 66%. She's a freshman from Portland, Maine. Won a high school championship up in Western Maine last year as a senior. Won Scholastic Awards in French, chemistry, and math. That's what the MAAC is known for, its academic standards, and witnessed right there.
Well, when you talk to the MAAC coaches, they want to talk about their students. You have to really prompt them to get them to talk about them as basketball players. They want to talk about them as students and as people. A lot of fine student athletes in this league.
10 on the shot clock. There's Bryant, and she swishes one from the right wing. First 2 today for Cassandra Bryant.
Well, they needed that, St. Peter's.
She had off-season knee surgery. Averages 15 minutes a game. So Manhattan now saw their lead at 12 dwindle down to 5. And Bryant comes away. John Alberts. And Wafili came over to help. St. Peter's with a 7-0 run. Wafili can't believe the call's going against her.
And she has a look of disbelief. We'll take another look at it. Oh, looked like a lot of leather, yes.
All ball. Have to concur with them.
That looked like a leather sandwich to me.
Anaconda Sports, your sports authority, proudly supporting local high school athletes throughout the region. We want to thank all the teams and coaches that have made Anaconda the #1 dealer in the Northeast. Football, baseball, basketball, soccer, whatever your sport, Anaconda has what you're looking for. From the latest gear and team uniforms to logo shirts and hats for your company. Make Anaconda your connection.
Hey, if you want to go for sports equipment, go to Anaconda Sports. It's awesome, baby!
On the shores of the Hudson River and on the forefront of technology is where you'll find Marist College. For more than 60 years, Marist professors, students, and alumni have been making an impact beyond the classroom, shaping the future and respecting the past. Through our partnerships, internships, and initiatives with some of the nation's leading companies, Marist College prepares students for a full and successful life filled with opportunity. And it all begins here at Marist College.
.1509 remains here in the second half. Manhattan seeing their lead of 12 dwindle down to 5 on a 7-0 run by the Peahens. Hey, high school musical fans, come join us for the Citizens Bank MAAC Basketball Championships on Sunday at the Times Union Center here at Albany. Drew Seeley, the voice of Troy from High School Musical, will be hosting a day of entertainment. Seeley will sing the national anthem prior to the 11 a.m. Women's Championship game. He'll give a mini concert at halftime, also sign some autographs. To buy tickets, call 1-800-30-EVENT or go to MAACSports.com for more information. Well, my 10-year-old daughter got word of that fact, and I think she's going to make the journey north.
She's going to come to the game for Drew Seeley?
Big fan of High School Musical. It is up and good by Burt, so the run continues here for the Peahens. Tie up, and it'll be down on the St. Peter's end.
Great hustle by Birch to get in there, tie that ball up.
Inbound for John Alberts and company. Kennedy and Burtz, the guards. Recky joins him. Oye Chalet in there with Bryant. And a tough rebound there for Flood. Michelle Pacheco for Flood, set her up for the deep ball. Her second triple here in the ball game.
And Oye Chalet has got to get out and defend. We've talked about that earlier, and can't leave a veteran player like Flood alone out on the perimeter.
Ryan comes back with an answer on a two-pointer. She has 4. Flood with good numbers, 14 today. Here's Wentworth, and it went out to Harrison, and then reversed the ball. Looking for Reagan, and Reagan, who's unorthodox sometimes in her shot selection, puts that one in.
Tough shot, but she has very good footwork. If you watch her in the post, her footwork is excellent.
4 points today for Kelly Reagan. Burt shot short on that one. Hasn't been a good day for John Albert shooting the rock. 0 for 3 in the first half. We're looking for a first field goal to go down.
She's still looking to score a field goal.
So Pacheco getting in the scoring column here in the second half. And Manhattan has dodged a run of St. Peter's 8-0 run. They got within 4. Now it's a 9-point lead. Here's Bryant going on a 2-pointer from the quarter.
She's giving them a great lift off the bench.
Cassandra Bryant, sophomore, Sterling, New Jersey, her hometown, made the team as a walk-on her freshman year. Pacheco with Wentworth out there with Flood, Reagan, and Harrison. Good ball movement. Take it under 10 on the shot clock. Here's Reagan. A wrestling match. Oye Chalet comes away with the ball. St. Peter's finished the regular season losing 3 of their last 4, but 2 of those losses were the league champion Marist.
Yeah, the way the schedule fell this year, they played Marist, I think, twice in less than 10 days.
Actually, less than 4 days because of a snow out. They had to play them back-to-back. Kelly Reagan not believing that foul is on her, but it is, and it's her third.
But you cannot play with your back to the ball when those guards have it in their hands. I mean, they constantly are attacking the basket. Even if she didn't foul, she's out of position, it looks awkward, and the benefit goes to the offensive player.
So they'll get Flood out of the lineup, rest her until they get to the next media timeout, which will occur 55 seconds or more. Cottrell wraps up the rebound. Cottrell's got to be careful. 3 personal fouls. Also has really stroked the 3 today. To Reagan for the turn. Kind of got caught on the side of the iron and fell in.
It did, but that basket was set up by a great feed from the perimeter.
6 points today for Kelly Reagan. And Riddick, a great look for the bang off the window. 5 today for Charlene Riddick. Wentworth needs help. And Bryant came up pretty aggressive that time. And Kennedy was in the vicinity. They whistled down on that. It's on Bryant.
Okay, here's the nice feed, throws away from the defender. She just turns and lays it in. But that basket was set up by the great feed away from the defender.
Reagan leads them in field goal percent, 54.5% in the regular season. She calls for the ball again. Wentworth anticipating very well that time for the hard foul.
Same play again, she just didn't bury the shot, but great hustle by Wentworth on the weak side rebound. Same move, a little too strong, but Wentworth gets in there between the 2 St. Peter's players and comes up with the ball.
4 fouls now on Charlene Riddick. Stephanie DeWolf will have to make a decision with 12 minutes exactly remaining in this one. Abby Wentworth, career high 16 earlier this year against Ryder, starting her 21st game for Mindy Hill.
I don't think they gave that to Riddick. I think
they changed it, actually.
Yeah,
they gave it to Bryant.
Okay.
Mike Demos is working with us here on stats. He's notified us of that change. So now DeWolf actually doesn't have to pull her out if she wishes, but that's her decision now to make. Here's Donnell Burns. Inside for Riddick. They pound the post that time, and it's back to a 6-point Manhattan lead.
And another assist for Burks.
Here's Cottrell at the open court. Harrison and all kinds of traffic, and Reagan clean up and one. And then does a chest bump with Wafili. Reagan is a tall commodity inside.
Well, let's take another look at that. Great rebound. Riddick just fails to put a body on her, doesn't block her out.
11:26 left here in the second half. Manhattan by 8.
Hey, playing Take 5, huh?
Who are you?
I'm a little bit of luck. And when you play Take 5, the odds are 1 in 9, so I'm all you need to win.
Little bit of luck. Who's that?
Oh, the big guy? That's lots of luck. Save it for the tough things, like if you want to date a supermodel, then lots of luck. But if you want to win Take 5, I'm your man. Come on, let's go get another cup of coffee.
This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Whoa, slow down, buddy.
Play Take 5 from the New York Lottery. With 1 in 9 odds, all you need is a little bit of luck.
Your mama's so ugly she threw a boomerang and it never came back.
Your mama's so ugly the plastic surgeon sued her.
Your mama's so ugly they renamed Halloween Yo Mama Ween.
Your mama's so ugly she made a mime scream.
Ni mama hao shou yang chong ya ke lei.
Energy, focus, control. Amp Energy. Amp yourself.
Anaconda Sports, the official ball supplier of the MAAC. Anaconda Sports is one of the country's largest independent sporting goods dealers with a multi-billion-dollar inventory in the Northeast. Visit www.anacondasports.com for all your personal, team, and corporate needs. You need it tomorrow, call us today at 800-398-7625 or visit our website at www.anacondasports.com. And fans, be sure to stop by the Verizon Wireless booth to check out the latest and greatest in cell phone technology. Make a free phone call, text message a friend, or check out our sports scores and the latest sports news with ESPN MVP. You can even enter to win a brand new BlackBerry Pearl.
Back here in Albany, state capital of New York, and it's a 49-41 lead for one of the New York State teams, Manhattan. Don't miss out on the excitement. You can get your tickets for the Citizens Bank MAAC Basketball Championships now through Monday, happening right here at the Times Union Center in Albany. To buy your tickets, call 1-800-30-EVENT. Go to MAACsports.com for more information. Still a lot of college basketball. Well, I've got a couple of men's games tonight going off. Tomorrow you got the 2 women's semifinals and a host of men's games, 4. And then on Sunday we'll be back for the MAAC championship game in the women's bracket. Still a couple semifinals in the men's division. And it culminates Monday night with the men's championship game.
For basketball fans, this is a feast.
This is a holiday. Reagan with 9.
A lot of great basketball being played here in the next 3 days.
Already advancing today, Iona, Fairfield, and Marist. Here's Morris. Guards of St. Peter's have really struggled trying to shoot the 3 today. They're 1 for 9.
That's the difference in the game. Despite Manhattan's turnovers, which right now are 19 for the game, the difference is their inability to score from the 3-point arc.
Long toss, Wafili, who got free of Riddick. And Cottrell. She'll dip it the way of Flood. They play unselfish basketball, whipping the ball around the perimeter. Flood has stepped out a couple times today and hit threes, but she drives the ball to the lane. 16 for Caitlin Flood. Earlier this year, she had a 28-point performance, a career high against Fairfield. Winner of this game will play Marist in the second semifinal tomorrow. The arm goes up and a 2-shot foul for St. Peter's.
Caitlin Flood's just an unassuming. She looks unassuming on the court. She lets the game come to her, but she is lethal.
Thanks for joining us for the 2008 Citizens Bank MAAC Women's Tournament here at the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. St. Peter's and Manhattan in the 4-5 game. Along with Micah Ryan, I'm Dean Darling. Jersey colors, you see St. Peter's in the blue, Manhattan the higher seed in the white. Right now, Manhattan's got a 10-point lead. Here with 10:33 left, they led at halftime by 6. Charlene Riddick rolls it home for 9 points in this one. A little bit over her average of 8.3 per game. A freshman, good player of the future for Stephanie DeWolf. They come over on the double team trap. Cottrell got away with one. Pushed it over to Harrison.
And she was lucky to escape that double team there.
Back cut. Bring it back outside for Cottrell, who drains the moving jumper. 16 today for Cottrell, so it's Cottrell and Flood doing the damage on St. Peter's.
And that was one of the keys. Coach Mindy Hill said she needed 15, 16 points for them to have a chance to win this game, and she's answered the bell. I've seen a lot of minutes from Reagan today, more so than I've seen in the past. But we also haven't seen Dellinger. I don't know if she's sick or not feeling well, but she hasn't played very much today at all.
Played a brief appearance there in the first half, hasn't played here in the second half. Feely for the dish to Reagan, she got clamped on. Tania Kennedy was coming over, grabbed her. So that's number 4 now on Tania Kennedy. And Reagan to the line. You're right, Reagan getting a lot of playing time here today. She's been a difference maker inside.
And Kennedy's going to have to sit down with that fourth foul.
Kelly Reagan, as a freshman, had a good year, averaged 9 points. Last year as a sophomore, averaged 9.6. And this year, numbers down a little bit, but a bulky body inside, eats up a lot of space, and can score inside on some unorthodox shots. Here's Recchi for the lean-in. Recchi double digits today.
Good job by Recchi finding that opening in the zone.
13 points for her out of Latvia, while Feely will circle it around. We're getting close to 9 minutes left in regulation. Nicole Harrison got a little bit of spacing, took the jumper. And Mindy Hill will be going to her bench and bringing in Pacheco.
Great spin move. Terrific take to the basket.
So John Alberts held scoreless in the first half, now has 6.
I think if St. Peter's is going to come back and get back in this game, it's going to be on the backs of the two guards, Burtz and Kennedy.
It'll be hard for them to come back because Manhattan is so patient on the offensive end.
They can really turn it over. Yes, they can. And they've done a good job of handling the pressure thus far.
Mindy Hill didn't like what she saw, so she calls for a timeout. Her team is up by 6.
What does it take to be a leader? A strong foundation to understand the challenges of our world. The vision to inspire others. The desire to make a difference. Jesuit education at Loyola. Preparing tomorrow's leaders today.
Welcome back to Albany. Manhattan with a lead of 6, led by 6 at halftime over St. Peter's. Manhattan ended up in a tie with St. Peter's in the regular season at 10-8. This is a great move by John Alberts.
Well, if St. Peter's wants to come back, they have to do more of this. Pushing the ball down the court, but also not a good job by Manhattan. They're all running down the court with their back to the ball. Once you make that transition from offense to defense and you hit midcourt, you need to turn and backpedal. And Burtz took advantage and just pushed it right down to the basket.
No points first half, all 6 here in the second half. Pacheco flings it up. And the Peahens come away. Stat track. 54% accuracy for Manhattan. That helps offset all those turnovers. And St. Peter's just 1 of 9 on the triple tries. And the turnovers, Manhattan with 19. St. Peter's on the norm forces their opponents into 20 turnovers a game.
Well, a lot of the turnovers by Manhattan in this game, though, have been unforced errors. But they're going to get back in this game on the free throw line as well.
Harrison picked up the personal. And they have been gradually getting back in at the free throw line, as you mentioned.
They're slowly climbing back in this game.
They attack the rim quite often. One fell away. Cottrell really went and got it. Flood, Cottrell, Pacheco out there with Wentworth And Harrison, Pacheco couldn't finish it, but Wentworth got tapped on top of the head. 7 minutes and 58 seconds left in regulation. Manhattan holding on by 5 at Albany.
There'll come a day when you'll wonder. You'll think back to how you used to listen. Before you heard your music, your sports, your talk, all from the same place. And you'll wonder how you ever got along without it. Sirius. Everything else falls short. Over 130 channels, only one place to get it all. Sirius Satellite Radio.
Manhattan by 5, 55-50. Still a lot of time left here in the second half. And you can get your tickets now for the MAAC Baseball Championships at Waterfront Park in Trenton, New Jersey, May 22nd through May 24th. To buy the tickets, call 609-394-3300 or go to MAACsports.com for more information. Now we look here at the numbers, and you look at the three-point numbers. 60% accuracy for Manhattan, 6 of 10, and St. Peter's just 1 for 9. But St. Peter's getting to the free throw line now. They've taken 20 attempts. Manhattan with just 14.
Well, they're in the double bonus the rest of the way, so if they can make some free throws, still a chance to get back in this game. They're not out of it by any stretch, but
missed by Wentworth. Good shooting by Manhattan here in the second half. 50%, 10 of 12 from the field. And St. Peter's 9 of 17. So both teams improving in their shooting strokes. Wentworth has had some problems today at the free throw line. She's just 4 for 8. She has 4 points to go along with 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 28 minutes of action. Birch drives the ball inside on Wentworth. So Birch showing some life here in the second half after being scoreless in the first half. 9 points for Birch, 7 boards. 12-point lead has dwindled to 4. Good job of the glass there by Bryant. There's Birch. Well, Feely was trying to get turned around to spot her. And Flood for the carry. And is out-rebounded St. Peter's, 28 to 21. Cottrell posting. And Morris was getting pretty aggressive down low.
A little rough down there in the post play, yeah.
Bryant was in that area as well. Second one on Morris, and a disgruntled Stephanie Hall is trying to get the attention of the one official. She's asking that they call it on both ends. Every coach does that.
They all ask for you to do that. I don't know why as coaches you think officials don't do that.
Right. That one circled around a couple times. There's Mindy Hill. Mindy, a lot of success. St. Francis of PA, her first stop, 74-46. She took them to the NCAA tournament 3 of her 4 years, playing out of the NEC and now at Manhattan. 4-point game. St. Peter's can cut it down to a 2-point game, but the steal by Wentworth.
Great job of cutting off the baseline there by Wentworth and then coming up with the steal.
Wentworth gets a lot of minutes as a true freshman. Flood got in.
Not a good defensive effort by Recchi there. She just got her on her hip and she let her go to the basket. And nobody stepped in weak side to stop her.
Flood's got 18 here this afternoon. Back to a 6-point lead. Ali scores from the quarter. She's given them 6, first 2 here in the second half. Turnovers by the half. Manhattan had a surplus of them, 17 in the first half, only 2 here though in the second half. Both teams are keeping the turnovers
much
to a
cleaner
minimum.
second half than first half. First half will not be remembered as one of the better halves in MAAC basketball history.
Oh, that's for sure. Wentworth tried to get in and take the charge. She didn't have her feet set. Bowling over Bryant. Fourth one on Wentworth. 8 now on Manhattan.
She's got to be careful. The bench is not very long over there at Manhattan, so she's got to be careful with her guard play here.
Bryant has given them some offense today off the bench. Ali and Bryant have come up big for St. Peter's.
They have, and they were unexpected. I didn't expect to see this kind of play and this kind of scoring from either one of them today.
They're just chipping away and chipping away. It's down to a full possession game.
But we're thinking the scoring's going to come from Recchi and Riddick and Burtz and Kennedy. These 2 young players come off the bench and really helped St. Peter's today.
They're within a bucket as we approach 5.5 left in regulation. Harrison out there with Flood, Cottrell, Wafili, and Reagan. They sure could use a basket right now. And lost by Wafili on the pesky play of Ali.
Great pressure by Ali. Manhattan just has to help her out. That's a tough assignment to bring the ball up and initiate an offense against any of these St. Peter's guards, and they've got to be aware of that and step up and give her some pressure release.
St. Peter's 13-4 run to get back within 2. Been a long haul for them. Down by 6 at halftime, down by 12 earlier in a ball game.
They've done it with Kennedy on the bench.
With the 4 fouls. Blocked by Wafili. Burtz tried to get the call on a 3-point attempt. Here's Cottrell. She's going right inside and put it home.
She has a nose for the basket. Definitely has a nose for the basket.
She's determined, that's for sure. She tried to get the charge. Foul called against Cottrell.
Good call. She just was not in position there to draw the charge.
2 straight years MAAC All-Academic team. So now she has 4. To play a factor here, still with 4:34 remaining.
Still a long way to go in this game and serious foul trouble for Manhattan.
Natasha Morris, 4 points, first free throw taken today.
It's down to a 1 possession game now.
Natasha Morris is a freshman MAAC All rookie team, sophomore from Mount Morris, Michigan. Maris awaits the winner of this game as they had beaten Canisius earlier this day by 10. 60-58. Can Manhattan beat the pressure situation?
Well, one thing scoring does is that it allows St. Peter's to get into their full court defensive pressure. When they don't score, it makes it very tough.
Valid point. Pacheco brings it up to the elbow. Step through. And rebound to Morris. St. Peter's again within 2. Almarecki brings it back outside. Flood to guard on Morris. Now to Recchi. Body a little bit by Reagan. Got a good look and Flood for the rebound.
Beautiful move. Just couldn't get that to go in the basket.
St. Peter's trailed. 16:58 remaining in the ball game by 12. And now within 2. Reagan with that again, left hand.
Great shooter's touch there to get that thing to roll in. It was on the bottom of the rim and crawled all the way over and in.
12 points today for Reagan. Back the other way down Manhattan. Pacheco trying to ward off the defender. Major collision here at midcourt. And a foul going against St. Peter's. Beyond Natasha Bryant. Kelly Reagan, sure ugly, but it drops to make it pretty.
Fairfield University is among the nation's top-ranked Jesuit universities and a valuable resource to the region, graduating students who are well prepared to make meaningful and lasting contributions to the greater community. Students of all ages choose Fairfield University for its convenient location, flexible schedules, and its dynamic learning environment anchored in the time-honored values of a Jesuit education. Discover the treasure that is Fairfield University.
What are you looking for in a college? Cutting-edge academic programs, a faculty that's second to none, great recreational opportunities and residence halls? How about a college that will provide you with the education you need to become a leader in your profession and in your community? If that's what you're looking for in a college, you'll find it at Canisius. To learn more about Canisius College, call 1-800-843-1517 or visit us on the web at canisius.edu. Canisius College, where leaders are made.
The Citizens Bank MAAC Championships are brought to you by Pepsi. Your world, your Pepsi. FYE for your entertainment, music, movies, games, and more. By Verizon Wireless. Verizon Yellow Pages. IDARC Media, the official publisher of Verizon Print Directories. And by New York Lottery. Hey, you never know. Jaspers of Manhattan holding on to a 4-point lead over St. Peter's. Jaspers getting 36 points from their 2 scorers, Cottrell and Flood. But St. Peter's makes the run at them. They get it within 2 on a couple of occasions after being down by 12.
It's basically come from those 2 for Manhattan. Only 6 points off the bench in this half.
Pacheco was 6 today. First time she misses at the free throw line. Manhattan has struggled 10 of 19 shooting the free throw. Tracks it down. Probably would have been wise to pull that one out.
But not good shot selection there. She's had several possessions where her shot selection I think could have been better. See Kennedy back in the game after that timeout. She looks to go to work right away.
And she does. Closes within 2 again.
And
Kennedy with 7.
Again, a score allows him to set up their press.
And while Feely at the point, she gets the word from Mindy Hill what play to run.
Right, and a good move for her to stop and just settle this team down, try to get them into an offensive set.
Reagan going away from the basket. Wentworth back inside, and Recky got entangled that time. And out of bounds off Manhattan.
And again, Wentworth should have kicked that out, let them use some clock here, work to try to get a little better shot than that.
Cottrell is back on the floor. She was out for a few minutes' time. Turnover count 22-14 Manhattan. Morris has tied it.
Oh, great up and under there by Morris. Just a slashing, driving type player.
It has been a mountain to climb for St. Peter's, and they've done it. They're at the top right now, and they have tied this ball game.
And they've just gutted it out in a number of different ways. They really haven't scored that much in transition. They haven't gotten many second chance opportunities.
Flood cuffed the ball as ball on the turnover.
They've just kind of gritted it out, ground it out, and found all kinds of different ways to score to get back in this game.
8th tie in the ball game, but the first since the first half. We had 7 ties in that first half. Burtz with Recky out there, and Kennedy, Morris, joined by Bryant. And there's the go-ahead bucket. Lauba Recky with 15. First lead since 21-20 in the first half for the Peahens. Timeout, Manhattan. They have climbed their way back. They take a 2-point lead. They'll take a short timeout here. They need to regather themselves.
They do. I think their shot selection's been poor over the last 5 or 6 possessions, and St. Peter's has found a way to score in the last 5 or 6 possessions.
So for the first lead, St. Peter's since the first half.
In front of the basket. You have to get low, you have to beat it to the spot. Try not to let it get really, really close to the rim, okay? If you are guarding a non-shooter on the side and you see that one,
see what they come back here with, Dean. Manhattan generally executes well out of timeouts. It's usually the mark of a mature, senior-laden team. We'll see what they come up with here after that timeout.
12-4 run by the Peahens to take a 2-point lead. Reagan's calling for the ball in the post. Cottrell aims it up with 3 fouls.
Beautiful, beautiful execution.
21 today for Cottrell to take a 1-point lead at the 1-minute mark. Kennedy goes long ball. Recky wrestling and a foul underneath. And Recky earned that one.
Great work by Recky on the boards there.
It's against Kelly Reagan.
She just slips in there. She's much stronger than she appears and draws the foul from Reagan. She disagrees, but she clearly got it on the hand.
And Recky makes that attempt. Tied up at 65-65. Lauba Recky looking to break the tie. 52 ticks left. Short-armed it. While Feely will be hawked by Kennedy. Teammates include Wentworth, Reagan, Flood, and Cottrell. Recky tipped it away. They go to the floor. Picked up by Burtz. Final 33 seconds.
Great overplay by Recky that created that turnover. A good defensive stand there by St. Peter's.
Burtz will take some time off the clock, and then we'll get the motion. Touching the shoulders by DeWolf to take the 30-second timeout.
It's only about a 3.5-second differential between the shot clock and the 19 in the game.
Basketball over right now. We have 3 timeouts. If we have any problem getting the basketball in bounds, we immediately
Hill working in her huddle. After you just heard Stephanie DeWalt.
And Mindy Hill's trying to talk about the defense they're going to play here and what they're going to do on the next possession if they score a rebound here.
Peahens have the 3 timeouts left, as you heard Stephanie DeWalt tell her team. Couple for Manhattan in a tie ball game at 65-65.
With a veteran team like Manhattan, she may not want to call a timeout if they get a stop here. She may want them to attack in the full court transition.
4-second differential, shot clock being clocked.
And I say this goes to Burt or Kennedy.
3 on the shot clock. Recky got it up in the nick of time on a 3 from the corner. Final 4 seconds. They've got to get a shot up. And a timeout from the Hill bench with 1.6 left, needing a 3 to tie the ball game.
What a great shot by Recky.
Recky hit the corner jumper. I heard you say she got fouled. It did look like there was some activity on the follow-through.
The shots created by the dribble drive by Burt. Let's take a look at that again. The dribble penetration and kick and shot.
Pacheco stepped into her on the follow-through, but the three-pointer goes down for Recky with the 19 points. And Lauma Recky, only the second three-pointer in the ball game for St. Peter's, and probably the biggest of their season.
Definitely the biggest one. But she got such a great look at the basket created by Birch on the dribble drive. She drew the defenders, then kicked out. She spotted up. You couldn't ask for anything any better.
And Recky owns both of their three-pointers to go down today.
Oh.
So Lauma Recky had entered play today, shooting only 29% on threes. Buries one from the right corner.
And
Manhattan,
Manhattan,
team out.
I'm sorry, Dean. And Manhattan has shot the three so well. But they wasted a lot of time from the time the ball went out of bounds to get it to the sideline there where Coach Hill called timeout. It's going to be tough here with 1.6. They can still get a shot off, but it's going to have to develop very quickly.
They still have a timeout left if they can't get the ball in bounds. They put Dellinger in. She's a three-point artist, as well as Cottrell.
And we haven't seen Dellinger since very early in the game.
Mindy Hill wanted to look and see how St. Peter's was setting up, and she calls another timeout.
I believe that's her last timeout.
Yep, she's burned them. Peahen still with 3. Winner of this ball game to face Marist, the #1 seed in tomorrow's second semifinal. Marist bested Canisius earlier today by 10.
Okay, Lauma, you are totally off the basketball. We're not worried about her at all. Lauma, stand right here. Anyone coming toward the basketball, you step out, you force her even further outside. Okay? Hey, we jump switch everything. Jump switch, whether the ball's involved or not. Jump switch everything. Let's go!
Well, if you're St. Peter's, you don't contest the 2, you contest the 3, and the last thing you do is foul. I mean, if they hit a 3, at worst you're going to go into overtime. If they hit a 3 and you foul, they have a chance to win. You don't contest the 2.
McIntyre will inbound the ball just inside the midcourt line. 1.6. Basically need a catch, maybe a dribble and a shot. Fumble, the throw up there by Dellinger, and that will do it. A long road back by the Peahens of St. Peter's as they win the ball game. Down by 12 at 1 point in the second half, and they finish it off on a 3 by that lady Lauma Recky to win it 68-66. 68-65 rather. Lauma Recky with the big numbers in that second half. 19 points in total. And once again, St. Peter's advances as the #5 seed. They win their 19th game of the year after what was a poorly played first half. Two teams with a lot better offensive ideas, and they end up winning the ball game by 3. Laumarecki, our Pepsi player of the game, 19 points, 8 of 12 field goals, 5 rebounds. The irony of it, they only hit 2 triples, and she owned both of them. The big one from the right corner in the waning stages of this ball game. St. Peter's moves on. They'll be taking on Marist tomorrow in the second semifinal. Marist besting Canisius 54-44 earlier today. Iona and Fairfield advancing to the semifinal round, and we'll be back with that on the MAAC TV network starting tomorrow. And once again, Laumarecki, the hero. We'll send it out to Mike Orion.
And thank you and congratulations. Terrific game. Laumarecki, our Pepsi player of the game, the winning 3-point shot.
Thank you. We really worked hard for it, and it paid off.
It did. I thought you worked extremely hard in the second half, really scratching and clawing and fighting, and never gave up.
We were going for the win, and I think we competed well. And
again, congratulations. And the winning coach here, congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, Micah.
How did you do it in the second half? What was the difference?
Well, we started to pressure a little bit more, man-to-man, full court. They just had such an easy time in the first half getting through our zone press that we decided to just go for broke and all over the court, and our kids really executed well. And on the offensive end, we actually stopped running offense altogether, and it worked out better because they had a tough time containing Burtz, and she was either getting to the rim for an opportunity for herself or creating for other people.
Is that who you wanted to take the last shot there? It was a great dribble drive penetration by Burtz, but I didn't know if you were trying to set up Recki.
We actually ran a play, which was against man-to-man, and they came out in zone. So the play that we had called broke down completely, but we figured that we might as well just go with our senior leadership, the people that have gotten us there every day, and instead of trying to guess what defense they'd be in next time, we let them play through, and Lauma just came up with a huge shot for us.
It's a terrific shot and a great win. Congratulations and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'll send it back to Dean.
And St. Peter's victorious here in Albany with a big second half comeback. They beat the Jaspers of Manhattan 68-65. So 4 games go in the book. Advancing to the semifinals, Iona, who knocked off Loyola today, Fairfield, who beat Siena, Marist by 10 over Canisius, and Manhattan losing to St. Peter's 68-65. We've got men's action coming up at 7:30 Eastern Time. You can check it out in your local listings. Final score, St. Peter's 68, Manhattan 65. Join us tonight, 7:30 for the men's first round action. St. Peter's, Manhattan, and Canisius, and Iona. Check again your local listings. For Mike Orion and our entire crew, I'm Dean Darling saying thanks again for joining us from Albany. Once again, final score, St. Peter's 68 and Manhattan 65.